Hey guys, it's Dami here from Clientele Boosters, and today I'm going to give you 3 things you can do to get ahead in your 20s. Now, before I get into it and why I'm the person to listen to on this topic, I'm Dami and I run a company called Clientele Boosters. I'm running it for 5 years. Okay, but if you guys like this video, like, comment, share it with a friend, and yeah, let me know how you think in the comments. If you got value out of it, if you didn't, awesome, give me feedback. So I'm 24 years old. I'm 25 in a couple of months. I've been running this marketing company for 5 years. Since the age of 22, I've made at least 100K a year. Last year, I made around 200K a year, and this year, I'm gonna be honest, we probably will make anywhere between 500K to $1 million in revenue. Okay, not profit. Which is important because a lot of agency guys are like, oh, I'm a multi-millionaire. But you fucking make like, I shouldn't have sworn, but you make like peanuts profit-wise, right? So that's important to show the distinction. I spend a lot of my money because I'm focusing on building my personal brand and other ventures that I own, but that's a different discussion. So my goal, to be honest with you, is in the latter half of my 20s to grow my company to the multi 8 figures. And we're doing this, we're going to get there doing through a lot of the habits that have already gotten me to multiple 6 figures today, a year. Okay, so the first thing that I want to discuss, so I have a company called Clientele Boosters, and we're going to talk about 3 ways to get ahead. Because the 20s is an interesting age, and I'm still in my 20s, but one thing I can tell you is that a lot of people are creatures of habit, and a lot of people struggle to escape those habits. So the things I'm going to talk about today are more subtle things that you can do to, over time, have new compounding habits that make it easier for you to create distance between people. Because a lot of the results I get today are due to behaviors that I had when I wasn't even making 70K a year at 20 or 21. Or when I would get like a 90K per year job at 21 and quit after 4 weeks because I wasn't skilled enough, or I had incompetence, or I had imposter syndrome and all this other nonsense, right? So I'm going to show you ways that you can actually progress through some of this, and hopefully we can end up on the same table together, in the near future. Okay, so step number 1 though, and this is simple but it's crucial, is have clarity. Okay, have clarity. Oops. So the reason why you must have clarity, I'm just gonna tick, is because a lot of people, like when I ask people, I'm like, okay, like, where are you gonna be at 35? I'll be a millionaire. Okay, like, why do you wanna be a millionaire? Because I wanna make money, I don't wanna have to work for anyone. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, why do you need that much money? Why not $10 a year? Oh, Dami, that's stupid. Like, a stupid question. I'm not even gonna answer that. Okay, then why not like $10 billion? I don't feel greedy, don't it? Okay, cool. Then why did you pick like $1 million? Like, what in your lifestyle constitutes you making $83.33 thousand per month in profit? Because you want to make $1 million, you want to be a millionaire. Okay, so it's $1 million. Like, do you want income from that? $1 million income? That means you probably have to have a business doing anywhere between like $5 to $10 million a year. Are you happy to like enjoy that stress tolerance for like $1 million in profit? Okay, no, damage just $1 million revenue. Okay, so your business is doing 83.33K-ish per month. You could take home maybe like 150, 200K a year salary from that. You could do that at a corporate job with less stress. Right? So a lot of people don't even know why they want to make X amount of money. So excuse me, since I was 21, 22, I've had such obscene clarity in my nearly every day. I'm in my mind like reliving things that haven't even happened yet, that I know are going to happen in the next 5 to 7 years. Because I have such clarity and conviction to like why I want my agency to get to like the multiple 8 figures in the next couple of years. And what I'm going to do once I get to that next level, and what other business ventures I want to explore. I've got extreme clarity. What sheets are you waking up to? What kind of woman are you sitting next to? Where are you living? Are you on satin sheets? Do you have 2 cars? Do you have a chef? What kind of food? Do you have a farm? Where's the food from the farm? Like, you want extreme specificity. Because the more specific you are, you can then create a tally of, all right, so for the life that I want, it really only costs, like the food I'm still getting from Coles. I don't have a chef, I've got a cleaner. But I've got 2 cars, and one of the cars is like, like a $20,000 car. And the kids are going to like a private school, but it's like a private school that's actually in this area that actually isn't that expensive because my friend owns that school. So I actually only really need and I only want 2 kids. I don't want 2 kids, but I want 5 kids. You've heard it on camera, damn, you could want at least 5 kids. I've been saying that for years as well. This freaks my mum out, different conversation. But okay, you want 2 kids. I'm giving you an example of a different person. 2 kids, blah, blah, blah. So to fund my life, I really only need for some reason like $1,000, $1,500 a day. Okay, so okay, $1,500 a day times 30, right? Let's do the maths. $1,500 a day times 30 days is $45,000 per month. Okay. So, and that's a lot of money, by the way. I'm not even saying, like, that's not something to, like, laugh about. That's not laughable. That's a lot of money. That's the top 1 to 5% in most countries around the world. Okay. That is definitely what am I talking about? That's definitely the top 1%. At least. Oops. Right? If we're talking income, that's a lot of money. Okay. So that's the top 1%, right? Okay. So you're on the top 1%. Okay. So for you, you could work at a company for like 15 years and get to that salary, especially if you pick the right industry. If you're not in the right industry, then there's probably a cap. But if you're like, C-level at a tech firm or a tech startup that's at round E, Series E or D funding, that's something that's very attainable, $450K a year. But then you got to think, okay, after tax, how is that? Because if you're in Australia, that $45K a year times 12, let's just call this $50K a month, sorry. Instead of 45, it's easier. That's $600K. Well, basically, roughly speaking, you can say goodbye to pretty much like 40% of that. So let's just say you're now making after tax, let's just say, $400K, very loosely speaking, because it's going to be less than that. But let's just say $400K. Let's just say 300K. Let's just make it easier. 300K. Okay? So 300K divided by 12, let's just say divided by 10, because I'm being lazy today, is 30K a month. So you really have a 30K a month if you have a 456 or 45K a month salary. You're really worth a 30K a month, okay, per month. So, okay, then I'll ask that person again, or you can ask yourself, do you think that's enough money after tax to cover your 2 kids and the 2 cousins? Probably is enough money, guys. So you don't need to be a millionaire. You don't even have to make multi-6 figures. A lot of people could just buy all their assets up front in like the 30s and 40s and like be chilling. You don't even have to like have the stress of what comes with most high incomes. But for some of you, you're like, okay, I want to take a jet once a week. I want to travel like every fortnight. All right, then you might have to add a 0 or 2 and really decompress those, specifically how much your lifestyle is going to cost every day. And then work towards that. So that's the first thing, extreme clarity. That in and of itself is going to make it so much easier for you to work backwards instead of working to the goal. And if you can work back from the goal, it now allows you to pull the goal instead of you running after the goal. Make sense? Cool. The second thing I have for you guys is, again, straightforward, but this requires a level of intentionality and sacrifice. Work at least 6 days a week. This is a Sunday I'm making this video, guys, right? Right? So I'm not even telling all of you guys 7, but 6 days a week, I reckon for at least 5 to 10 years. If you want to like really get ahead in your 20s, I've been working at least 6 or 7 days a week, definitely, since I was like 18, 19. Let's just say 19, definitely from 20. Definitely from 20. And like by 21, real 6-day weeks. Like 12 hours on a Saturday, like no jokes, like real stuff. Maybe not 12 hours on Saturday, but now I do probably more like 8 hours of real work on like a Saturday. I've got more leverage now, but when I was doing sub 10K months, like just calling a ton of people, learning, just paying off ignorance debt, trying different businesses, failing them. I've had a cleaning business before. I used to own a weekly nightclub. That was like for an R&B event. I've tried so many different businesses. I've done YouTube automation channels. I've failed so many things. The agency stuck for me. But I was able to find out what sticks for me by like 22, like probably what stuck for me by 22 instead of 42, because I tried so many things from like 18 to like 20, 21. Did multi-level marketing. I tried like multiple jobs, been fired from like 2 or 3 jobs, right? Ton of different experience. So now I've been able to like put that in a box, and now I've got, I've got a solid career. I'll put it that way, right? So work 6 days a week. Sounds simple, but requires a lot of intentionality. The third and final thing for this video, and this one's really good, is you got to practice talking to strangers constantly. And I'm naturally introverted. And that doesn't mean, I'm super shy, I'm talking to people. No, it's just more like I get more energy from dummy driving in a car. Just like listening to music, listening to Future, bopping my head and chilling. Without glasses, but with glasses because, that's cool. But Yeah, so I get it. For those that are real introverts, like I'm a classical, like I get it. I really genuinely relate. Like sales was uncomfortable to me at the start. But the reason, I didn't finish. I practice talking to strangers. Bit of ADHD for you guys on a Sunday evening. Lovely handwriting. So the reason why I want to do this is because you just build up a tolerance and it allows you to meet more people, you know? Like, for example, when I go out to a nightclub with friends, I'll meet like at least 10 new people, just like passively. Hey, bro, I like that jumper. You know, dap him up, grab his hand. What's up, bro? Hey, bro, I like that jumper. And we shake hands. Yeah, yeah. And then sometimes 1 out of 5 people were like, you know, just passively walking by and that you're dancing on the dance floor. And he's like, hey. And 1 of the 5 people that you interact with might end up having a conversation with you. And then if we use, again, just making it purely mathematical, if you end up having 5 new good conversations per month, one of them might become a friend or an acquaintance. And then if you extrapolate that to 3 months, 15 good conversations and 5 of them becoming acquaintances or friends, one of those 5 acquaintances or friends might become a client. And I'm not even saying I'm out like fishing for clients when I'm out having a night out with the boys or my friends, going out to dinner with some good people. But this is just the benefit of getting really comfortable talking to strangers constantly. And that, you know, I've got such a wide variety of network because, you know, like since I was 18, 17, you know, I've been relatively good at just putting myself in new circumstances and talking to different kinds of people. And that's why, you know, for me, when I say the goal is to like grow my agency to the multi 8 figures, to be honest, the only reason why I don't say 9 figures is because I personally don't know if I would have sold my marketing company before we got to 9 figures one day. And I know it's very assumptive, right? Like this kid is maybe about to make his first million in the next 6 to 12 months. And he's already talking about 8 figures. Like, who's this guy? Like, make $1 million first. Fair enough, right? But I've got conviction because I know what my step 1 is. I know exactly the life that I'm willing to settle for. So even if I am making $1 million for my personal lifestyle that I want, like that's nowhere near enough for the design of the lifestyle that I want. And it's not even that it's super materialistic. I just want to create so many cool things. There's so many industries that I want to explore. And unfortunately, they're expensive industries to tap into, right? So the agency for me is the vehicle and the opportunity to master what is marketing and sales, to then have the infrastructure, skill set, and leadership capability to ascend into the next industry. But I'm in this marketing game for at least another 5 years. So until I'm 29 years old, you guys are going to see more videos just like this. And I'm going to get better and better and better until I have the life that I have by design. Okay? So step 1, have clarity. Okay? And know exactly how much life you want is going to cost. Step 2, work at least 6 days a week. And step 3, practice talking to strangers. Now, many of you will watch, but very few of you will listen. Okay? So like, share, subscribe, comment. And if you like this, there's more videos like this on my channel. And there's some links in the description if you want to work with us or myself one-on-one with our consulting program, or if you just want to join a group of like-minded people. Maybe you can talk to them. Speak soon. Much love. Think mega. Take care. Bye-bye.